Hoyt RX-9 with a new cam. This thing's supposed to be freaky fast. Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Mfjj here with podiumarcher.com, closing out the new Hoyt reviews with the Carbon RX-9. So, what's different? What's new? Well, what's new is that you got to go get this at your local pro shop. Just kidding. That's actually what you need to do. These are all pro shop only bows, so please go down and test fire and try these bows and other ones like it at your local pro shop, and support your local pro shop because they need you and you need them, and it's a symbiotic relationship and it's important. I don't really want your money that you're going to go to the pro shop. I want you to spend your money at the pro shop. Only if you are absolutely going to buy it online, then maybe give podiumarcher.com a chance. $99 and up is free shipping, and coupon code MFJJ will save you a little money. Now that we got that out of the way, new cam system. Yoke on either side, better stability, better balance. Falls into right here. 1-inch modules, okay? You need the entire module changed for your draw length beyond 1 inch, i.e. the 30-inch module goes 30, 29 and 3/4, 29 and a half, 29 and a quarter. And 3 different let-off positions on there as well. So you have to buy individual modules. Those are actually for sale online if you do need them and your shop doesn't happen to have them, because I'm willing to bet these are probably going to be hard to have the right one sitting in the shop all the time for the first 6 months, going off of what happened with Matthews last year. So if we have them when we're available to sell them, they'll be up there. Shorter limb. It is the same riser as year before. RX-8 riser is the same, but it is a shorter limb, new cam system, new yoke system. Lots of speed, and they're claiming that speed is 342 feet a second with a 6 1/8 inch brace height on a 30.5 axle-to-axle platform. Poundage availability is 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 65 pounds, 70 pounds, 75 pound, and 80 pound for all you meatheads out there, which I'm guilty. I do the same thing. Draw length goes from 25 to 30, and as I stated before, every 1-inch increment requires a different module. It does not pivot and cover the whole range like it did in the past. So don't forget that. This is a faster bow. This is a more aggressive bow, FYI. So you'll feel it. It'll feel a little harder in the front end to pull, but it is very gradual and nice in the back end, so don't be intimidated by it. It's probably one of the easier pulling bows that I would refer to as an aggressive bow. But let's measure some of this stuff and see what we get. All right. Axle to axle. Going from the left side of the screw to the left side of the screw. And it is 30 9/16, so just a 16th long, pretty much following about the same path as all the other ones, so 30 9/16, just ever so slightly longer. Overall riser length, which when I say riser length, I mean the limb pocket to the limb from either end, the pivot point. So that is 27 1/4. Check that brace height, it's supposed to be 6 1/8. That looks like 6 to the front of the string, 6 1/8 to the back. So that should be 6 because we're going off of the front of the string now. So physical weight, we will measure over there. How much reflex do we got here? Looks like 2.5 on the reflex. All right, let's check our physical weight. Okay, so it looks like we have it's bouncing between 4.2 and 4.3, but it looks like it settled on 4.2. So we'll call that 4.2 pounds less the arrow rest, which is 0.2 pounds. So it is 4 pounds. Okay. Just like the other Hoyt bows this year, I'd say this is also 30 1/4. It seems like pretty much across the whole board, they've all been about a 1/4 inch long this year. So I'd keep that in mind when you're deciding what draw length you're going to shoot your bow at. It's probably going to need to be set a 1/4 inch shorter than you think. Let's see what our load out point is. We'll check our weight and get it set. Leaves the cam. Looks like 31 1/2. Now remember, the loadout point is basically telling you the string angle at your draw length. So it allows you to compare what the bows are going to feel like. disregarding the axle to axle, because the axle to axle length doesn't matter at all, but it's a measurement that the manufacturers use to stamp on their bow, so we check it, and that's the only reason we check it. It's because it's what they say it is. Okay, first shots out of this bow. I have not shot this yet. 350 grain arrows, 70 pounds, 30 inches. Here we go. So much like every other one, and there's no reason this would be any different, they're a little stiffer in the front end for sure. I mean, it pulls a little harder, but that's where that speed's coming from. And to me, if you're going to put it somewhere, I'd rather it be in the front, and that is a rocket ship at 338. That might be, in fact, actually, not might be, I'm pretty sure that's the fastest bow we've tested this year. See if the other two do it, but I'll be shocked if it doesn't. This thing is fast. That was 338 on both chronographs. 341 and 338. 36, 339. So I'll give you a 339 average on that. That is fast. All right, let's shoot some 450s. 300. And a really weird reading that it shouldn't get. I'm telling you, when you switch arrow weights, your Garmin does not like the first shot. Every time. 299, 301. Stick right at that 300. This bow does feel really good and really dead. It really does. 302, 300. All right, 300 for that one. Shoot some 650s. 253, 253, 250, 254. Still rock that 253 number. 251, 253. All right, 253. I'll go change this to 28 and we will shoot the 450s again. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, but we were not able to get the modules off this bow. This is the second one. We couldn't get the screw out of the module to set it at 28 for you, so we could give you a 28, but we do have enough different ones to go off of that we got a good average, and it seems like these bows are about 10 feet per inch. So we'll put that up there on the board as the numeric, but I'm just apologizing, I can't get the module out. I stripped a screw trying to get it out, and that's the second one I've done. So and I'll talk to them about that and see if, you know, maybe there's some torque value they're putting on them from the factory that might be a little too much, or I don't know, something like that. But either way, we don't have that, so here comes the sound. Looks like our average is 85. Let's go get ourselves a score. Okay, so like I said, we couldn't measure the inch difference, so we're going to take the average of what we've gotten from Hoyt and call it 10 foot per second per inch, which should be a pretty safe number to go off of. It's going to be within a half a foot of that anyway. I couldn't change the mod, so I'm sorry about that. And another 85 decibel reading. So we're running into a similarity in that one on those, and we're going to go ahead and fill that in now as a 2, because that's one of the higher ones we've gotten. Speed-wise, this thing's a rocket ship. It's 339. If it would have got 1 foot faster, it'd have gotten a higher number, but here's your 12 for that. And weight, right at 4 pounds. So we get a 7 in weight. Tunability, I'm going to say this again. There is an immensely low amount of tunability in these bows, and that is not intended to be insulting or offensive. Most bow manufacturers are giving you multiple different ways to adjust your wheeling or the pitch that the wheel sits at, which is the modern way to tune a bow these days. They are not offering you a very user-friendly version. They have spacers that you can change, which is what people have been making for 15 plus years. So please, Hoyt, pretty please with sugar on top. Please put some emphasis on that. I would really appreciate it. I think it's important, and the consumers are really trying to show you that it's important because they're buying more and more bows that have those features. At least that's what we're seeing. Integrations and features, there's tons. It's not quite as great as the aluminum bows because the carbon bows are lacking a couple level of integration, but they're still real good. Because they don't have every single feature that the aluminum bows have, I'm going to give you a 7 here. Honesty. I mean, we're really honest here. Like, I'd give you, let's see here. Tiny little variation on the axle to axle. Brace is a little long. What am I missing here? The draw length was long. I'm going to give you a 13 though, because honestly, those are really accurate numbers, and that is a rocket ship for compared to what this did last year. Feel. Hoyt bows feel great. They really do. I love the way they feel. They do a phenomenal job with that. Let's give you an 8 there. Design and forgiveness. This bow does have a little more reflex than the other one that we just measured, so that's going to go down a little bit, but they're designed really well. There's a lot of creativity in there. So we're going to give you a 7 there. Value, $2,000. $2,000 for a bow is a lot. I'm sorry, I can't give you a good value because I personally don't think a bow should be worth $2,000. It's just me. And I'm probably going to get in trouble for that. Appeal and quality. Hoyt is an incredibly high quality bow. We have had little to no problems with them over the years. They're phenomenal, and they are a really aesthetically pleasing bow. They look really good. So I give you a 5 on quality there. Let's see what we get here. 12, 19, 22, 29, 32, 42, 50, 57, 66. These bows are fast, folks. Now, I haven't tested everything yet, but I've tested a lot of them, and I am very impressed. Head on down to your shop and give these things a try. Comment down below on what you think of this format and the way we're testing these bows and things that we should be testing that we're not, or how completely wrong and idiotic and stupid we are because everybody's a keyboard warrior. Leave it down below. I won't delete it. I let it go down there because I believe in free speech. You should be able to tell me that I'm an idiot, and I should be able to handle it. Thanks for watching.